morning. Good to see you all. For today's class, we're going to need a Pilates ball that is a little bit deflated, a block, tennis ball, and then a couple of weights. If you don't have weights, you can use water bottles, you can use a can, something that is easily gripped with your hands. And I would highly recommend, if you have any knee sensitivities, to keep a block or something, not a block is not good, either a blanket or a pillow that can help you to put weight on your knee at one point, just in case you need it. As always, please modify when you need to. Try to have an open mind, even if it feels a little uncomfortable. Sometimes the stress on the joint and the muscles actually allows you to get stronger and to allow your nervous system to adapt to this new place. See where you are, see how it goes. Hopefully you'll see a progress over time. So what I'm trying to say, when you feel challenged, and we always will be challenged, look at it as an opportunity to grow and adapt to something else. Saying that, if you have limitations that you know about that don't benefit you, then you just keep or modify, okay? So we will get started on the Pilates ball under your cervical spine. Bend your knees, lift and lengthen your tailbone, and then start to put pressure on the ball, just roll side to side. Close your eyes if possible and allow that flow of energy to travel down your spine all the way to your hips. Trying to hydrate and reset. And for some of you, at one point, you might feel a little pull in your hips. Wiggle your hips because your body is awakening. So just wiggle a little bit, and then you might even get some adjustments. Move at your own pace. If you feel a little bit more on one side, you might stay and connect this all the way down to your hips. Good. And then with your next breath, lift your hips to the right, extend your left leg, toes, you're on the outer blade of your left foot, and then inhale, lift your right hand, and then just travel over with your hand towards your left. Keep your right knee upright. Take your right hand up and over your head. You might feel some resistance. Try to breathe through it and then come back up. Inhale, lift your right hand up. Keep your right knee upright. Exhale, travel over to the left. Lift your chest up, depress the shoulders down. Breathe into your back body. Right hand goes up and over slow. Good. Keep your right hand off the floor and just do little circles from your shoulder joint. Circle. And then go the other way. And notice if the other way feels a little different. Beautiful. Relax your hand. Square your hips. Shift your body to the left a little. Extend your right leg. You're on the outer blade of your right foot. Lift your left hand up. Inhale. Exhale. Travel over to the right. Breathe in here. Lift your chest. Depress the shoulder. Big circle up and over your head. Notice if this side feels a little awkward or not. Inhale. Left knee stays upright. Lift your left hand up. Exhale, travel over to the right. Lift your rib cage up. Depress the shoulders. Breathe into your spine. Exhale, big circle. Keep your left hand in the air and now circle your shoulder. Keep your hand low, keep your hand low, 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 yes. And then go the other way. Now notice if your circle is small. Notice if you're doing something without thinking, can you be more precise, like you have a ball of lights and every light you're touching. Excellent. Slowly come up to the center and then come to the left side. Come up to a seat. Bend your left leg in and your right leg out. Find your ball in your right hand. Left forearm on the floor. Right fingertips holding the ball. Inhale. On the exhale, reach, 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 reach all the way to the top. And I gaze under towards your belly. Keep breathing. Draw those hips away from your ribs and your ribs away from your hips. So your low back is expanded. And now with your next breath, lift your ball, lift your chest. Gaze over to the right. Inhale, left forearm on the floor. Reach your right hand up. Gaze towards your navel. Dome your back. Breathe into your back body. Draw the hips away from your ribs. And I replace that with your breath. Slowly come up. Open. Good. Adding a little bit more. Inhale, left forearm on the floor. Now listen. Kick your right leg hip height in front of you. Open your heart. Open your chest. Lift your back ribs up. And now exhale, kick your leg behind and reach your fingertips forward. Core active, glutes active. Inhale, lift like you have an ankle weight in your right leg. Lift it to hip height. Use your outer glute. Lift your chest tall. Look like it's easy. Make it look like it is effortless. And now change it. Push back. Reach forward. One more time. Inhale. Open your heart. Lift that leg. From the glute, lift a little more, Cindy. That's it. Oh, there you go. Now talk to those muscles. For 3. Breathe 2 and 1. Kick it with control. Take it back. Breathe. Slowly release. Oh, my goodness. That's very sneaky, very sneaky. Take a moment, flush it all out. There's a lot of fatigue that we release. And then we go to the other side. So right leg bends forward, left leg behind you. Your right forearm on the floor and shoulder away from your ear. Inhale, lift your left hand up, 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 up. Exhale, rotate to the top. And then gaze towards your navel. Create space between your hips and your ribs. Core a little active. Depress the right shoulder and lengthen your chest towards your left hand. Take advantage of that traction. And then ever so slowly pull the hand up. Open to the left. Use your glutes, your core, your mid-back. Lift a little taller. Good. Inhale. Right forearm down. Reach over. Use your breath. Lengthen your spine. Can you feel the space between your ribs, those intercostal muscles, and depress the shoulders, so no compression. And now breathe into that space. Slowly lift your arm and open. Excellent. All right. Right forearm on the floor. Use your outer glutes. Kick your leg forward, open your heart, lift your back ribs, lift like you're doing a back bend. Those left glutes, Diane, a little more, lift forward to your hip height. Then ask why it's difficult. Hug muscle to bone. That's how we get stronger. Okay, kick it behind you, reach your hand forward. Push the leg away from your hips. Use your breath. Inhale, open, kick it forward, lift your chest. Yes, you have to fight for it in the beginning and then it becomes your friend. Hug muscle to bone. For 4, lift your chest a little more. 2, 1, kick it forward, kick it back. For 3, breathe 2 and 1. Slowly come back and take a little rest. Oh, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. So how we get stronger, it's not just doing the workout and you think you're doing things. It doesn't work like that. You really want to do good work. Always ask yourself, what are you feeling? Where are you feeling? Where are you challenged? So when you look and acknowledge where you challenge, you put all your attention there. You hug muscle to bone, you shine your light in there, and you fight it. You stay there as long as you can. The second time, the third, the 10th time, it's like, oh my God, 3 months ago, I wasn't able to do that. That's the growth. All right, we're coming back to the left side. One ball behind your right knee. Your left arm is away from your ear, and then option, find one weight in your hand. Lift your right palm up. Lift your chest. Inhale, pull the chest forward. Core active. Exhale, 3 steps. It's 1 squeeze, 2 squeeze, 3 squeeze. Lift your chest. Use those obliques. And then release it with control. And 3, and 2, and 1. Frontal ribs doing a little crunch. Retreat. Use those obliques. Lift your chest a little higher. Lori, shoulder off your ear, mama. There. And then reach. If the weight is too hard for you, take the weight off and make a fist. And push, push, push. Lift your chest up. Breathe. There's stability, strength, and also mobility here. Lift your arm. Push your leg back. And 3, and 2, and 1. Breathe. Lift your ribs up. Lift your shoulder away from your ear. Take it back. Inhale. Exhale. Lift, lift, lift. Hold it here. Lift your chest. For 3, 2, 1. Pause for 8, 7, 6, 5. Just the top leg. Okay, so Lori, the ball is behind your knee. The ball is behind your top leg. Yes. Pull, 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 pull for 2 and 1 and release it. Come all the way up. Okay. Shoulder rolls. So Laura, you did the opposite leg, so you're gonna do everything opposite. It's okay. Opposite of what I'm saying, so you don't get confused. Okay, watch me for a moment. The ball is still behind your leg. We're gonna come to the right forearm and your left hand. Okay? Right forearm, left hand. I'm lifting my chest off the floor. I'm gonna squeeze those glutes, core active. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Listen, lower your knee, extend your left leg. Kick, kick, kick. Look under your belly so your toes are not going out. They're going down and your chest and core is active. Okay, and then we lower the left knee and we do the right leg. So, good? Got it? If you need a pad for your knee, here is what I don't want to see. Watch again. What I do not want to see is this. I want to see you here. Your chin is in front of your wrist, and your core and your back is strong. From there, because you're already working, if you just did that, you're working. Shoulders away from your ears. Vikila, if you need a pad for your knee, this is the time, okay? So here we are, right forearm down. You're doing the opposite, Lori, left forearm down. Lift your chest. Lift your mid back here. There's a little light bulb pulling you to the ceiling. Gaze forward. Lift your right leg. Find those glutes and kick for 3 and hold. Lower, little. Lift and hold. Lower, little. Lift and hold. Lower your knee down. Extend your left leg. Your right foot is off the floor. Kick the left leg up. Square your hips. Lift the left leg up. Lower, little. Lift the left leg up. Bend your left knee, reach your right leg, and kick 3, kick 2, don't lose your chest, kick 3, lower, extend your left leg, shoulders back, chest forward, lift for 3, and 2, and 3, and lower, last set. Lift your right leg, inhale. Lift your chest, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Left leg extends, lift for 3, depress the shoulders. And 2, and 1. Lower your knee and take the ball out of there, come to a seat. Okay. Shoulder rolls, shoulder rolls. Good. If you're able to sit in that little divine twist with the left leg forward, Lori, for you it's the right, yes. Find your weights. If that's difficult for you, sit on a chair, okay? I don't want you to struggle. All right, 1 weight to start with. If you feel it's easy, add your second. Alignment is way better than trying to load your tissue. And there's a lot of benefit in having smaller weights because it targets different layers of your tissue. All right, so start with the 1. You're on your right hand, inhale. Keep your elbow towards your front ribs. And now lift up for 3, 2, 1. Front lower ribs are down. Lower slow like you have 10 pounds. 3, 2, 1. Lower 1. But don't lose it. You still engage, you still engage. 3, 2, 1. Lower slow, hold the resistance. 3, 2, 1. Lower slow. Okay, we have 3 more. If you want to add a little weight, test the water. Maybe you just do half and you say this is too much. You take, I have no idea. I might also change it. So let's see. For 3, 2, 1. Front lower ribs, mid back strong, lower slow. Good. Don't lose it. 3, 2, 1. Lower slow. 3, 2, 1. Lower slow. We're only going halfway. Lift up halfway. Lower with control. Lift halfway. Lower with control. 3 more. Halfway. Hold. Too high, Vikila. Lower halfway. That's it. Then lower a little. Lift 3 inches. Lift your chest. Lift your mid back. Lower. Okay, 1 more. Lift and hold. And lower, take a little rest. Oh, okay. You are on your left forearm. Inhale, find your weight. Triceps, kick it back. Widen your collarbone. Widen your collarbone. And then bend. If you feel a little residue tension, try to flush it out with your breath and your life. Kick it out. Lift your chest forward and bend. Front lower ribs doing a crunch. Push it back. Take it further to the back, towards your spine. Widen your collarbone. Hug muscle to bone. Bend. Push back. Breathe. Forward. Push back. Breathe. Closer to your spine. Bend. Count of 3. Go 1, 2, 3. Hold it here. Pulse 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Lift your chest. 3, 2, 1. Hold it back there. Pulse to the back. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back with control. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Hold there. Hold widen your collarbone. 3, pulse. 2, pulse. 1, pulse and come back. Oh, shoulder roll, shoulder roll, shoulder roll. Okay, we have side B. Come to the right side of your body. Find your ball. And one weight, you're on your right forearm, ball behind your left knee. Lift your chest up. Depress the right shoulder away from your ear. Lift your left palm up. Yeah, there you go. Inhale. Front lower ribs doing a crunch and pull. 3, 2, 1. Your hand reaches your foot. Your knee reaches your nose. Lift your chest a little taller. Yes, breathe into those obliques. We need those obliques. And then extend it out with control. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2. Spread your toes. 1. Reach. Lift your chest. Breathe. 3, 2. The knee comes to your nose. A little more. Oh, yeah. Yes. And reach. Inhale. Exhale. Close your eyes. 3, 2, 3. Feel it. Lift your chest. Lengthen your tailbone. Open and release. 2 more. Inhale. Shoulder away from your ear. Close your eyes. Feel it differently. For 3, hold. 2, hold. 1, lengthen your tailbone. Breathe, find your maximum range of motion and release it. Ooh. Okay, 1 more. Inhale. I know, take a break and come back strong. Exhale. 3, hold. 2, hold. 1, lift, 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 lift. Pause for 8, 7, 6, 5. Yes, I feel it too. 4, shoulder away from your ear. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Oh my goodness. Take a break. Shoulder rolls. Always remind yourself, those are only short-lived. Okay, we're going to our combination of the left knee bend glute, right leg extends glute. Here we are. Left forearm on the floor, right hand on the floor. Pad under your knee if you need it. Now listen, your chin, your hands are pulling to your knees and your chest is pulling forward. Depress the shoulders, lift your chest off the floor. Core is active. Lift your left leg and pause for 3 and hold. Core active, shoulders back. Lower little. Lift and hold. Lower little. Lift and hold. Lower all the way. Look under your belly. Extend your right leg. Spread your toes. Depress the right shoulder and left shoulder. Gaze forward now and lift like you're lifting a sandbag and lower little. Core active. Lift. Lower little. Lift. Lower and bend. Left leg lifts. Inhale. Lift. Lower little. Lengthen your tailbone. Lift and hold. Gaze forward, not down. Lower little. Lift. Lower all the way. Right leg lifts. Inhale, extend. Lift for 3. Core active. Lower. Lift for 2. Lower. Lift for 1. Notice what's working and bend it to the floor. Last set. Inhale. Lift your left leg. Use those glutes. Lift your core. Lower. One side will be different. Lift and hold. Break through the cobwebs. Lower little. Lift and hold. Use those glutes, not your low back. Lower. Last one. Extend your right leg. Lift and hold. Lower little. Lift and hold that sandbag. Lower little. Lift and hold. Lower and get rid of that ball. Oh, woo! Good job. All right. So right leg is in front, I believe, and left leg is behind us. Shoulder rolls. Let's do this. Open your arms. Take your thumbs down. Right elbow under left elbow. Either give yourself a hug or go to eagle arms. So your palms are together. And then lift your elbows and depress the shoulders. Round your spine a little bit. Like your mid upper back is trying to go to the back wall. Depress the shoulders and get a nice stretch here. Keep breathing, elbows forward, shoulders back and down, and then your shoulder blades in between going backwards. Breathe between your shoulder blades. Come up, release it, shoulder rolls. Open your thumbs, inhale. Left elbow under the right elbow. Palms together or give yourself a hug. Either way. Inhale, elbows forward, shoulders back and down. Take your shoulder blades back. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. Keep breathing here for 4, for 3. Breathe 2 and 1. Slowly release and let it go. Okay. If this is uncomfortable for you to sit here, please sit on a chair. Find your one weight and another one is close by in case you need it. Sit nice and tall. Left elbow by your front ribs. Front lower ribs are down. In your mind's eye, you have 10 pounds in your hand. And now with control, hug your muscles. Lift up for 3, 2, 1. Lower and keep the resistance. 3 and hold. 2 and hold. All the way. Lower slow. 3, 2. Front lower ribs down. 1. Hold. Lower with control. 3, 2, 1. Every count, what does it feel like? Feel it. Lower with control. If your left shoulder is the one that needs extra help, shine a light inside of that shoulder. You're breaking the cobwebs in there. And 3, and 2, and 1. Lower with control. You want to add another weight, cross, give it a try and see. And we go for 3, 2, 1. Lower slow. What's the rest of the body is doing? For 3, for 2, for 1. Lower with control. 3, 2, 1. Lower with control. Only halfway we go in 3 inches. Lift and hold. Lower with control, like you don't want to lose it. Lift halfway only. Your mid-back is strong. Lower with control. Lift and hold halfway. Lower with control. Lift and hold halfway. Lower with control. And now pause for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Ay, 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 those poor biceps. Okay, shake it off, shake it off. Flash it out, flash it out, flash it out. Good. Let's give the neck a little stretch. Drop, don't touch. Just drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Take your right fingertips away from you. And then lift your left ear to the ceiling. Lift your left ear up, up, up. Visualize the space between your left ear and your left shoulder getting longer. And then nod a little yes, very little. Excellent. Slowly come back up. Take it to the other side. Just take your left fingertips. Lift your left ear, drops to the left shoulder. And now walk the right ear to the ceiling. Oh, just got an adjustment. Lift energetically the right ear to the ceiling as the space from your right ear to your right shoulder is getting longer. Try to shine your light in there and then maybe little yeses. Breathe. Slowly come up, shoulder roll. So what I'm trying to show you, even though we do challenging work and you feel the stiffness and all of that, learn to be smart, how to shake off a little bit of the cobwebs, the fatigue, so then you can become strong. Because if you go from one to another, to another, to another, your body at one point is going to give up on you and it's going to compensate. Little nuggets of love go a very long way, okay? Sometimes that space is in your mindset. You have to learn how to pace yourself here instead of tensing up. All right, last one. You're on your right forearm. Left hand takes the weight. Lift your chest up, inhale. And now we're going to pull the weight behind the triceps. Lift your chest forward and widen your collarbone. And lift your arm as far back as you can. Widen your collarbone a little more. You're gazing towards your right elbow. Not forward, but to the elbow. Lift a little more, pull it to the midline. Core active. Bend, come back home. Here we go. Pull back. Find your maximum. Lift, 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 and then press it in. Hug those muscles. Lengthen your chest. Crown of the head reaches forward. Bend your elbow. Inhale. Going to the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Find your maximum. Lift. Pulse it in. 3, 2, 1. Bend your elbow with control. Right shoulder away from your ear. Go. 3. Hold. 2. Remember, it's temporary. This is your chance. Pull it in. 3, 2, 1. I feel it too. And bend. Oh my gosh. Okay, one more. Inhale. Exhale. Pull. 3. Hold. 2. Hold. 3. Pulse it in for 3, for 2, and for 1. Oh, come back up. Oh, that was so mean. Woo! Okay, take the ball under your right side of the neck. Slide your right arm in front. Take your left leg, one weight in front of you. Take your left leg forward and then drag your right leg backwards. Now here's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see your pelvic tilt. So lengthen it. Take your left hand to your sacrum and then pull the tailbone. Pull the tailbone away from your low back. Keep those glutes active. Lift your chest up. And now lift your right leg off the floor. Use those inner thighs. Lower, but don't touch the floor. Those glutes are active. Lift and hold. You want a little more? Take the weight to your left hand, facing shoulder height here in front of you. Plug the arm in. Lift, lift, lift. Lower your hand to the floor, but don't touch. As you lower your right leg, lift your left arm. Lift, lift, lift your leg. Lower down. It's not a pulse. We're going 3 floors with your leg. Lengthen your tailbone. As you lower your leg, you lift your left arm up. Lift your leg for 3, for 2. Find your maximum. Pull the weight down. Shoulders away from your ears. Lift the right leg up. Use those adductor muscles. Lift your arm. Drop your leg. Okay, just one more. Inhale. Exhale. Lift for 1. Lift for 2. Lift for 3. Oh, lower your left hand all the way down. And listen, keep the right leg where it is. Kick your butt and push it out. Take your left hand behind your tailbone, right on your tailbone, put it away. And then bend your leg like you're squeezing that ball and then kick it out. Kick your glutes, squeeze, lengthen your tailbone and kick it out. Little circles with your right leg forward, only 3 and 2 and 1. Go the other way, 3 and 2 and 1 and rest. Oh, goodness me. Stretch out your legs. Bend your legs, do whatever feels good, but stick your tushy in and out to release any tension. Before we go to the other side, just watch for a moment. We're gonna strengthen your mid-upper back. Very, very important area here, okay? When the front lower ribs poke forward, that means you're doing an anterior tilt and then your spine is all off. If we strengthen this section here, like I call it your light bulb, right below the shoulder blades, around T12 where the lower ribs and your low back starts, we need to strengthen that. So if we take your finger from here to here, that will be where your front lower ribs, we always say bring them down, because it keeps this area stable. So now we're gonna try and focus on that. So just watch first. We're gonna be on the belly, your glutes are active, walk your knees back, and then you have your ball, right hand first and then left hand in front. Just watch first. My glutes are active, knees off the floor, and then I lift my chest up. The ball goes back a little, but notice I'm not here. Depressing the shoulders. I want it to only reach your mid back there, not your low back. If you feel your low back, two things happen. Your glutes were not active as much as you think they should be, okay? And then you went too far high. So your spine might be overly flexible, okay? So right hand on the ball, left hand on top of your right hand. Lift your knees, engage your glutes. Engage the glutes where they meet your hamstrings. Inhale. And then exhale, pull the ball towards your chest, depress the shoulders, and breathe here. Keep your right hand where it is, open your left hand to a T position. Oh, yeah. Stay in the center of your body, don't tilt to the right. Bring your left hand to your right hand, reach forward, take a rest. Relax your knees. Visit where you felt the work, because that's what we need. Inhale. Lift your knees, engage your lower glutes. Pull the ball towards you, depress the shoulders. Core muscles active, everything is active. Lift your left arm, shoulder high, take it to a T position. Make friends. You're gazing towards the tip of your nose for 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand forward and rest. Inhale, last one. Lift your knees, engage your glutes, lift your chest, pull the ball towards you. Lengthen your tailbone. Lift your left hand to shoulder height, open it to the left, but keep your torso and hips even. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back and release. Lift your chest and draw your hips to the right and to the left, like you were gonna do child's pose, but you changed your mind. And then draw those hips back, right and left. Okay, we're gonna be on the left side now. We'll go to the other side. Rest on the ball. Lengthen your hips. Find one weight. This is it, the last routine. Bend your right knee in front of you and then draw the left leg further to the left. Find your little weight close by for now. Depress the shoulders. Take your right hand towards your tailbone. Lengthen that tailbone. Lift your left leg up. Keep breathing. Remember these dynamics. Notice if your low back is quiet, that's what we want. Breathe in here. Lower down, but don't touch. One more time. Lift and hold. Lengthen your tailbone. Find your weight, down, and now lower your leg down, lift your right palm up to shoulder height. Plug the arms in. Good. Lift, lift, lift. Lower your hand, don't touch. Squeeze your maximum. Lower your leg and lift your arm. Lift, lift, and hold. Lower your hand. Ooh. Lower your leg and lift your arm. Lift, lift. Hold it here. Lower your hand. Hug those muscles, lower. Okay, one more. Lift your arm. Lift, lift, lift and hold. Lower your hand all the way. Get rid of your weight. Hug those muscles. Quad muscles are active. Take your hand to your glute, to your tailbone, lengthen. Now, keep that engagement. Kick your glute and push like you have a band. Pull it with a band. And kick and push. And kick. And push. I almost got a cramp. Let's do it one more time because I need it. Push. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And lengthen. Good job. Release it. Come up to a seat. Shoulder rolls. We had two hands, so we have to do the other side now. You're on your belly. This is it, the last one. On your belly. This time, your left hand on top of the ball, your right hand on top of your left hand. Walk your knees back. Walk your knees back. Press the tops of your feet. Lift your knees and engage your glutes, your lower glutes where they meet your hamstrings. Shoulders away from your ears. Keep visiting your glutes. You think you engage your glutes, but not enough. And now lift your palm towards your chest. Depress the shoulders, lengthen those glutes even more. Lift your right arm. Notice what's happening in your mid-back and now open to a T. Stay in the middle of the mat. Your hips and ribs are even. Gaze towards the tip of your nose. Bring your hand back and take a rest. Lift your knees off the floor. Glutes are active. Lift your chest. Engage your glutes the second time. Lift your right arm to shoulder height. What's happening in your body? Open to a T. Your wrist is aligned with your shoulder. This is it. One last time coming up. It's a gift to your body. Come back and release. Inhale, last one. Lift your knees, engage your glutes, your lower glutes. Lift your chest. Engage your glutes again, your inner thighs. Lift your right arm. Open to a T. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Bring it back up. Ooh. Hands by your ribs, come up, shake it off again. Take your right, come to all fours. Take your right leg behind your left, all the way. Gaze over the left shoulder. Breathe from your right foot to your right shoulder. And then gaze forward, come to your right fingertips. Take your right leg to 90 degrees and your toes are facing sideways. Inhale. Exhale, draw your hips to the right. Core is active, glutes active. as if you're dragging your left inner knee towards your right heel. And feel free to go left and right. Left and right. Be gentle. If you need a block under your left hand, do so. Slowly release, and we change it up. Take your right leg behind your left leg. Gaze over the left shoulder. No, I did that side. Left behind the right, sorry. Left behind the right. Gaze over the right shoulder, and now notice the space between your left shoulder and your left foot. Keep breathing. Stretch out your obliques, your low back, your waistline, your ribs, the outer glute. And then with your next breath, gaze to the left, bring your left foot to 90 degrees, toes facing away from you, left hand on your thigh, inhale. Exhale, drag your hips to the left. And if you feel like, oh my God, go back and forward the whole time. Glutes and core active. Slowly release and come back. Okay. Typically, if you have low back issues, I've learned this in my course that I took with your yoga, your spine. Laying on your belly with something underneath it actually helps you to open the psoas and also take tension off your low back. So we're gonna take the ball. Okay, if you feel the ball is too inflamed for you, take some air out. It's gonna go below your belly button and between your hip bones, okay? So find the ball first, and then you're gonna walk your knees back and relax your knees and your feet. You're also gonna relax your head. If you need a pillow for your head, go for it. And then just rest your head on the floor. You're bending your elbows, and then you might just rock and roll to the right and left very gently here. There should not be anything poking or tender. I mean, maybe sensitive, but no tendons that being stressed. And now breathe into your low back. Visualize your ball is traveling all the way to your low back. And now you're doming your body over the ball. You're doming your body over the ball. Shake your hips right and left. Shine a light through your low back. Down your legs. And let's say you shift it to the left and you feel something good, stay there. Make it your own. Relax the shoulders. Every time you're breathing, you're poking the ball. Keep the pressure on the ball. Keep the pressure on the ball. Yeah. Deepen your breath. And then shift to the left, come up, shift to the left, and take the ball right to the right side between, crossing over the crease of your thigh. Okay? So it's gonna go above and below your thigh. Bend your left leg in a tree pose, interlace your hands, And I roll up and down on the right side, only on the right side. Feel free to go towards your hip bone and down to the thigh. You can also do like a little hula hoop, like a circle as you tuck your right toes under. Just approaching the tissue into cross fiber as well. Keep the pressure on the ball, tuck your toes under, and then walk and roll slow. Slow. You're ironing out, flashing out the hip flexors here, the attachments. And try to scoot your left knee slightly to the left so you're going towards the edge of the right thigh. It's almost like you want to reach the outer thigh, but you're not there. Right at the edge, as far to the right as you can. Good. Slowly release it, and now shift it to the left. Cross your left thigh, the crease of your thigh, bend your right leg, and then rock and roll. Keep the pressure. The slower you go, the more you're going to feel. Glutes are slightly active, just little to protect your low back. And then, like I said, try to go to the edge, all the way to the left. And then maybe you do like a little circle. Breathe into your low back. This is a great opportunity to release your low back. Excellent. Slowly release it. Since we're on the left side, stay on the left side. Take the ball under your serratus, right below your armpit. Some of you may need a block under your forearm so you can rest your head on it. Okay, like so. Otherwise, take the block out and it will be a little more deep. Now scoot, don't move your ball, but scoot your hips away from the ball so then you have a little traction there. Rest your head. And then right fingertips in front of you, just rock forward and back a little. And now every time you're breathing, this is a super important area that connects to your hips and to your shoulder blades and to your neck and your spine and your, what else? Your chest, your rib cage. It's like buy one, get 6 free, I think. So here we go. Stress the ball. Keep breathing, but you lighten your body and you lighten your mannerism. And now you're stretching out and breaking into that connective tissue. Maybe you hesitate in one area that you feel like needs more time. Once in a while, wiggle your hips because you're releasing that tissue as well. So if you feel a little pull, wiggle your hips. Now listen, stay here or take your little tennis ball on that same side and take it outside of your knee, above the knee, and then press your knees. Oh, it's not so comfortable. Yeah, do your best. Sink into it. Your right fingertips are relaxed. And now connect the dots. Sometimes you're not moving, you're just sticking your tushy in and out, and that's going to activate the balls on both ends. What's moving is your breath a lot. So just by me, I'm doing like a little hula hoop, a little circle with my hips. I feel like adjustments. And if your balls grew too far, If your ball, the big ball, went too far down, lift it up a little more because you don't want it to be on the soft tissue. Okay, the lower ribs don't have a lot, it's cartilage, so it's sensitive. So if you feel like you scooted it, kind of snuck on you, lift it up a little. Squeeze the tennis ball. If you don't have the tennis ball and you cannot use tennis ball, you have your noodle, you know who you are. Connect the knee to your armpit and then wiggle your hips a little. Now here's what we're doing. We're gonna bend the right leg and now you're gonna be on the left side of your pecs. So bend your elbows again. The knee went right in front of your knee. Not the knee, that made sense. The ball, the tennis ball went right above of your left knee. Okay, and now the Pilates ball is right under your left pec. And now roll your chest to the right and to the left. To the right and to the left. Roll, roll. Keep the pressure on the balls. Glutes slightly active. Now you want a little different. Rest with your chest, but bend, and straighten your left leg over the ball. Connect that to your low back. So slow over the ball. Good. And then you can tick-tock your left leg to the right and left, cross fiber. You can rest your head on your arm. And then slowly come up. So when you feel the challenge, be nice to the challenge and don't run away from it. Like I always say, tease it and then give yourself recovery. Tease it and give yourself recovery. It will get better, 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 better. Okay, side B. Ball under your armpit, below the armpit. Then scoot your hips away from the ball so you have a lot of traction in the bottom. And then roll forward and back slowly. Ideally, your right wrist is aligned with your right elbow and shoulder. Like you pulling your tissue, so you might stay at one end and give it the time to really hydrate and release. Once in a while, do a little hula hoop with your hips. Lots of pressure on the ball. Lots of pressure on the ball. Find your tennis ball. Take it underneath your right outer knee, like about 3 or 4 inches above the knee. Your feet can stack on top of another. That's going to be a lot of discomfort to begin with. And then just rest there. You don't have to do much. Let it sink. Ooh, this side is more intense for me. So use your breath and your light more. Once it starts to relax, maybe just do a little hula hoop with your hips and connect the 2 balls to each other. in a gentle way, you're crushing the balls and you're radiating light. And visualize the balls sinking all the way to your bones. Little hula hoop with your hips. Long breath with a long pause. That's how you liberate your body. Okay, we're gonna transition. The ball goes to your chest, the big ball, and then bend your left knee in front of you, straighten your right leg, and now you're on top of the tennis ball in front of you, above your knee. Bend your elbows, and now roll side to side with your chest. Glutes a little active. Side to side, crush the ball. If you feel a spot that needs attention, stay there. Try to find one little pressure point that needs attention and see if you can wiggle your body around it. And use a lot of breathing. Now rest your chest. You can rest your head on your arm, bend and straighten your right leg. Go slow, glutes a little active, and then maybe cross fiber, rock and roll your right leg, tick-tock your right leg to the right and to the left, little. Bend and straighten, do whatever feels good here. Relax the shoulders. And slowly release. Oh, so yummy, delicious. Made us forget about all the hard work we did. Now, last thing, let's massage the low back. Some of you might need a block for your head. Otherwise, you're putting this right under your lumbar, below the ribs. Your glutes will be in the air. Open your arms. And now shimmy your hips to the right and left. Open your feet a little wider. You can do like a little hula hoop, like you're skipping a rope over the ball. And now you're putting all the dots together. You're putting your puzzle together. You're putting your body pieces together. You might feel some adjustments because everything is open and mobile. Scoot your hips down. So now the glutes are on the floor. So the ball goes a little higher. Take your hands behind your head, interlace your hands. And now open your heart a little. Breathe, open that chest, pull your elbows away from each other. Resist your head to your hands. Breathe into those armpits, your pecs. Maybe you roll over the ball gently. And then slowly take the ball all the way down to your hips. So now the ball goes under your sacrum and shimmy your hips right and left. Do a little hula hoop. That's going to mobilize your bones and reset. If there's any misalignment there, it's going to help us. Go in both directions, please. Hula hoop over the ball, go slow. And go in the awkward way as well. Move the ball out of there, rest on your back, see how that feels. Oh, stretch out your legs, take a moment here. Notice your blood flow, the vibrations in your body, the fluidity, the floatiness. Internalize all the goodness of your practice, including the challenge, the strength, the mobility, the stretching, the myofascial release, the mindfulness. And secretly, in a gentle way, you're telling yourself, everything I did today was a good investment. Slowly bend your knees to your chest, massage your low back. Wiggle your toes and your ankles. Roll over to the side, please, and come up to a seat. I feel like a new woman. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take a moment to bow your head to your heart and truly appreciate the ability to be here today, the ability to do this beautiful work, to be able to be challenged by choice. I wish you all a wonderful Tuesday. Happy 4th of July. Celebrate freedom and independence. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. See you soon.